Revenge of the Cybermen is a story which I've had very mixed emotions about over the years. Don't get me wrong, it's one which I definitely don't hate, but it's certainly not one which I love. I say it is probably the weakest story out of Tom Baker's first season, because in that season we had such classics as The Ark in Space and the unforgettable Genesis of the Daleks. Revenge of the Cybermen just feels a little bit too forgettable, and it's a real shame because it's the only time that the Cybermen faced the Fourth Doctor, and ultimately it was the only time when the Cybermen appeared in 1970s Doctor Who. It was literally like within 14 years we only had two Cybermen stories. It was unbelievable at the time, seeing as how popular they were, especially back in the late 1960s when Patrick Troughton was a Doctor. Now, there's a whole story behind Revenge of the Cybermen. Originally, there was going to be a script called Return of the Cybermen, written by Jerry Davis, and now, after all these years, it is getting adapted for a brand new audio story. I've been very much aware about this ever since it got announced back in late 2019. Oh my god, 2019. Do you remember that time? It was such a long time ago now. It was almost as if things were so much different back then. But now, finally, we have much more details about this adaptation. It is a lost story, as you will. It is part of the Lost Stories range. It's the first in the 6th series of Lost Stories from Big Finish. Big Finish have adapted quite a few of these lost TV stories through the years. It's all started off with The Nightmare Fur, starring Colin Baker, and now here we are with Return of the Cybermen, and it's like an alternate take. What if we got this story instead of Revenge of the Cybermen? And judging by the excellent cover art and the amazing trailer that we got released this week, I think that this is going to be a very exciting release, and it is one which I am very much looking forward to. We get Tom Baker, of course, playing the Fourth Doctor. Tom Baker, of course, celebrating his 87th birthday this week. Wow. Well, just like to take a moment to say happy birthday to the legend that is Tom Baker. We also have Sadie Miller and Christopher Naylor, and these two are going to be voicing Sarah Jane Smith and Harry Sullivan, because as many of us die-hard Doctor Who fans will know, unfortunately Elizabeth Sladen is no longer with us and Ian Marter is no longer with us. So Sadie Miller and Christopher Naylor have come in to fill in the shoes of the two companions, and I'm not going to judge them yet because I have really mixed emotions about other actors coming in to play these roles, especially on audio, because I'm like 50-50 about getting the Third Doctor Adventures, because in that Tim Treloar plays the Third Doctor and he does his impression of John Pertwee. I think that it's really good that Sadie Miller is going to be playing Sarah Jane Smith. For those of you who don't know, Sadie Miller is the real-life daughter of Elizabeth Sladen. Perfect choice. And Sadie Miller is going to be voicing Sarah Jane in another volume of the Third Doctor Adventures, which is due out this year as well. So maybe we could be getting a bit more Sarah Jane. Sarah Jane Smith is like one of the biggest, one of the best characters in all of Doctor Who. Sarah Jane is personally my favourite companion. I think Elizabeth Sladen, God rest her soul, she played the part brilliantly. It was her and Tom Baker, the Fourth Doctor. It was like the dream team, and it's really good that Tom Baker was part of this. Christopher Naylor is going to be voicing Harry Sullivan. I don't know that much about Christopher Naylor's voice work, but judging from the trailer, he sounds very eerily like Ian Marter, so I'm very excited to listen to this audio purely to hear these two interpretations of these beloved characters. And I also can't wait to hear how the Cybermen are depicted, because we don't actually have the same design as seen in Revenge of the Cybermen. We have the design which is more closer to the previous design, which was from the Invasion, and we have a return to Nerva. It's like an alternate version of Revenge of the Cybermen. I don't know if this is going to be canon. I'm guessing it might not be on this very occasion, because to me it's sort of like a what if. But judging from the trailer and just all the details I know about this could be a very good release and potentially be better than the actual TV story which we got. If this release is a success, which it probably will be, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point down the line that Big Finish would tell more stories featuring this TARDIS crew, because we haven't had this TARDIS crew being done on Big Finish yet. We've had many Fourth Doctor adventures, but they have been set after the events of Season 12, 13 and the early parts of Season 14. So it would be very interesting to see if Big Finish do that. I wouldn't be surprised. I think the trailer that has just come out for this is also very amazing. It's just reinvigorated my excitement. It's done in like a sort of weird comic book newspaper style, and it really, really works. I think the voice work and the sound design, it sounds really top-notch here. And I'd say that this trailer is up there with the likes of trailers such as the 10th Doctor Adventures trailer for Dalek Universe, which is also coming out later this year. On New Year's Day, we even got a trailer which came out of nowhere for a new Torchwood audio featuring David Tennant as the 10th Doctor. So it would be very nice to hear the 10th Doctor and Captain Jack be reunited once again. Now all we're waiting on is the trailer for the 9th Doctor Adventures starring Christopher Eccleston. So what do you think about the news about Return of the Cybermen? Are you excited? Because I really am. I find this news rather excellent. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more Doctor Who content right here by subscribing and hitting the bell for more notifications. Bye bye!